Hello, this is Charlie from Bowie vs. Dylan. Bowie vs. Dylan Reminder is a podcast about Bowie and Dylan and sibling rivalry and who is better all around. Join us twice a month for episodes of Bowie vs. Dylan on all your favorite podcast suppliers. But today I'm taking a look at the new Iggy Pop box set. I wouldn't normally look at an Iggy Pop box set on this, except it's provocatively titled The Bowie Years, which was 100% named that so that people like me would buy it. I mean, I like Iggy Pop too, but he's no Bowie, in my opinion. Anyway, let's take a look here. So, here's the box. It's kind of big, a little bigger than I thought. We got the whole logo over there. We got the covers of both Lust for Life and The Idiot mixed in there. Let's get the full look around there. My 5-year-old was impressed because it looked like it's dirty, but it's not. So, there you go. We got 7 discs in this. We got The Idiot and Lust for Life, 2 classic Iggy Pop albums for both released in 1977 that Bowie was heavily involved in. TVI, a live album released in 78, co-produced by Bowie and featuring Bowie on some tracks. Edits and outtakes from the sessions, which aren't as good as they sound. And then 3 different live shows, all of them from March of 77 and all of them featuring Bowie on piano, because he actually toured with Iggy Pop for about 6 weeks in early 77 and played the piano. So there you go. Let's take a look. Slip this box off. It's a nice solid feeling. It doesn't feel cheap. Feels like it's pretty good production values. We got a ribbon, which I love ribbons, whatever the reason. First we start out with a little booklet. This was a little bit of a weird document here. Seems like a strange kind of introduction to Iggy Pop, sort of. With some weird ads or something at the back. I wasn't really sure what this was for, but it looks kind of nice, so there's that. And then underneath we got the more obvious thing, which is the hardback book. They call it Iggy Pop, Making of the Idiot. That's really only half of it. The other half is about Lust for Life, which makes lots of sense. But again, nice production values, heavyweight paper, feels good in the hand. We got some good photos in here. This design choices here, continue throughout the book and throughout the entire set. So we got all of this very consistent design. We'll say that. Some nice photos in here. It's a personal favorite with these ladies looking at them like, what's going on? It's like I'm just being Iggy Pop. There you go. And a ridiculous number of credits at the back, which would have been nice since there's not a lot of credits, except they're just repeats. Like, you get all of the tracks from The Idiot with all exactly the same credits for every single song, because that's how it's written up in the original. So it really kind of feels unnecessary. They're almost the same for Lust for Life also. So some of that feels a little unnecessary. There we go. Let's take out, thanks to our handy ribbon, let's take out the 7 CDs. I'll put this up to the side here. So yeah, 7 discs. They're very consistent. Looks nice on the shelf, that kind of thing. Start with The Idiot right here. Put that to the side. I'll admit, a little bit disappointed they did not keep the original artwork from The Idiot or Lust for Life or TVI, since those are the vintage releases from here. They went with this new design schematic, which it's fine. It's fine. It's not my first choice, but it's okay. We've got pretty heavy weight here. I was worried these would just be very simple card sleeves, but they're a little bit nicer than that. Not quite the full, mini LPs, but kind of halfway in between. You got the disc there. The Idiot, it is apparently remastered. I'm not giving it a super in-depth listen, so I can't tell you how good the remaster is. But there we go. Put that to the side over there. Next up for Lust for Life. Again, wish they had used the original artwork, but they didn't. That's okay. We got this consistent design on the inside. It's a lot of the same images, a lot of the same work over and over again. Lust for Life, there you go. Again, remastered. Haven't listened to it yet. Don't know how good it is. TVI, again, newer artwork rather than the 1978 release. Very consistent. Those are the 3 that have come out before. So, not a lot to know there. Where things should have gotten more exciting was starting with the edits and outtakes. Except if you look at it, by edits they mean there's a whole bunch of single edits on here. Fine, fair, whatever. But by outtakes, apparently they mean alternate mixes of songs. There are no new songs in here. Like, no, we've all been waiting for these other songs from the sessions or something, things that didn't make the album, something like that. Maybe some demos, something cool. I mean, a lot of these were really kind of recorded and invented right in the studio, but at the very least, Sister Midnight existed before the sessions because Bowie was playing it on his 1976 tour. None of that is here. This disc feels pretty unnecessary. There you go. Got me reaching for the moon. All right, put that guy right up there. Got the color scheme, white for these two, different colors for all the rest. Then, kind of look at these three together. We have the three different live discs. Now, all three of these recorded in the same month with exactly the same band on the same tour, and maybe not surprisingly, they have almost exactly the same track listings. So, the first one, which is the Rainbow Theatre in London, March 7th, 1977. That one managed to be 15 tracks. The second one, Agora Theatre, March 21st, 1977, has 13 tracks, all 13 of which show up on Rainbow. And last we have Mantra Studios, Chicago, March 28th, 1977. And it's down to 12 tracks, all of which feature on this one and on that one, of course. So there is that. The other part of this is, all three of these shows have been heavily bootlegged, but also there's a lot of like weird gray area releases for Iggy Pop. Gray market, like it's not quite black market, not quite bootleg, and all of these have shown up on something like that. I think in a couple cases maybe they didn't have all the tracks, but if you got the bootlegs. And the quality of the recordings doesn't seem to be amazing. Both Rainbow and Mantra, I haven't listened to these all in depth yet because I just got it earlier today, but they feel like bootleg quality for the recording. The Agora Theatre actually feels like a much better quality recording. This was one of them that was sourced for TDI, so that's probably why they actually have maybe some real tapes there. Again, we got very consistent design work on these. They just all look very similar. It feels pretty complete for, giving it the name The Bowie Years makes sense. Bowie's involved in every single one of these releases. He co-wrote, performed, produced Idiot and Lust for Life. All the tracks in the Idiot, almost all of them in Lust for Life, he co-wrote, and each shows up in some capacity, playing on all of those. TVI, he plays on half the tracks, and then he apparently co-produced the entire release. He's on all of these somewhere, and he is playing live on all of these too. Overall, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of nice production values. The design work does again get a little bit. I feel like it's a little overboard, but they do look nice together. My 5-year-old was very impressed with how good they look together in their different colors and stuff. But they also seem to have a limited number of photos. We got like TVI and Live in 77, their Agora Theatre. I'd be using the same photo on the cover. And all these photos end up somewhere else in the set too. You can see like this, same photo. So it just feels like there could have been more. It feels like, this would have been the chance to open up the vaults and really see what else was out there. And I'm just wondering if there isn't anything else out there. And they're just finally giving a super 100% official release to a lot of stuff that's been semi-officially released for years now. So in that sense, if you don't own any of this stuff, which I'll admit, I only owned the Idiot and Lust for Life before all this. So for me, having those two remastered and then getting 5 more discs of stuff that I didn't have, even if it's not super essential, it was kind of nice. I did listen to all the Agora Theatre show, and it was a good show. I just don't feel the other two are going to be very, very similar to that show. In addition to this box set, both the Idiot and Lust for Life are being released in double disc sets. The Idiot's being packaged, I believe, with TVI, and Lust for Life, I believe, is being packaged with Rainbow Theatre. So you could consider those if you don't feel like you need the extra stuff. But, it's kind of up to you. Good production values, missed opportunities, it happens sometimes. Anyway, that's it for here. Tune into Bowie vs. Dylan, and I'll see you the next time there's a box set for Bowie to unbox. So long.